boy. Do it to life before life. Do it to you. Do it to 2021. A whole year of breast cancer awareness and personal growth. Show you what time it is, baby. It's 109 time. It's 109 time. Day 109. Been a very interesting day already starting out. Actually, last night was very interesting starting out. Because what happened was, my daughter said she got I asked about the kids. Oh yeah, she said I might get visitation back with the kids, but if the husband now, he don't want to talk to her, she said it may be awkward. And so I kind of wanted to dive into that awkwardness, don't have to be, because y'all really don't know how you feel and stuff like that. Then my daughter say, Dad, I don't have time. I'm just not going to do it because I don't need to be trying to change my mind, trying to change my thinking and trying to change that. That's just too much work. I just go ahead and go in and be awkward. That's what I'd rather do. I said, okay, I understand that. I didn't even dive into that because she was getting kind of frustrated because she really didn't, know how to get off into that. But that's how our mind go, right? That's how our mind go. It's when we see something that they want to, just like on my little store, I'm trying to get set up so I can get attention to my son. He's an artist. Get some attention brought to him. But and raise some money for breast cancer awareness. But I hadn't been into it because of the assumptions of the amount of work it's gonna take. Even though I put that work in initially, that was pure adrenaline, right? The idea was fresh. Now the idea is not fresh. Now it switches over to a sort of a work, because it's work. It's another thing that's on my plate, right? But since I'm already invested in it, a part of me, the ego part, say, nah, don't give up on it, right? So that's where you torn between. We don't have enough time, saying we don't have enough time to get into it, then saying we don't have enough time to get out of it, because it's a good thing. It's a good thing down to the one thing, And my idea was to set it up and let it be self-perpetuating, let them kind of run it in post, but I kind of let down on some of that of trying to educate the next person on how much work I think it's going to be to educate the next person in order to get into it. You see what I'm saying? So, this is where we are. So, back to my daughter, right? So, we sitting there, we're talking. Then I just asked her, I said, well, how you feeling about thinking about the babies anyway, She said, I don't. Because the feelings when she think about it is the feelings of sadness. And I said, hey, let's go ahead and work on this exercise. Let's try this out, right? Let's see if we can soften that up. How you working on your Steve Harvey list about being grateful. Yeah, I'm working on that one at a time. I'm still getting that together, keep that by my bed. Okay, so when you look at the pictures of the kids, she said, yeah, how can I feel some gratitude? How can I, change that feeling right? I said, let's work right there. I say, how about you start off by being thankful that you have your eyesight? Huh? I said, yeah, to be able to even see the pictures. Yeah, okay, I can see I never thought, that's kind of small gratitude right there. Yeah, and thank the Lord that you could, you even got the pictures. Thank that you can see them in color. Think that you got while you looking at the picture, say, man, this is a good camera, man. Look at the detail. The face is so pretty. Then go back and think about the memories when you was there with them, having fun with them. Then it started to soften up for a little bit. And say, now you could stretch it all out. I mean, as you see how we do, she said, yeah, I can see how, you start a little soft and then kind of get to the bigger things, that I should look at this area and be disgusted and upset. It's just me in my perspective, how to flip it around to gratitude that I even had the opportunity. That's right. Gratitude that you even had the opportunity. Now, who gave you the opportunity? It's got to be the one that you're so upset with. It's got to be The mom and the dad gave you the opportunity. See what I'm saying? So you can't even, now you can have it may not be a outlook of love for that person, but what we just did in the final few seconds, you do have a softer feel about them if you think about them in that capacity. See, it's all perspective, and just by me working with her through that, you can't do this stuff by yourself. You gotta have somebody to kind of bounce it off of another part of yourself in order to draw those out. And I wanted to kind of share that with you, how they kind of played out, because she said, I always, I know you talk about this and we got it up on the board, but just having the application of walking through the thing and applying it. I mean, this right here, she say, this is what they call exercise, where we bounce stuff off each other and try to work it and try to apply it to our own lives, trying to do it to life. You know what I'm saying? So that's the key thing, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to do what we know to do to that part of our lives. And so just working it through, and I got that. I said, gosh, you know what? I need to go and get on that. So I got some passwords with me right now that I got to reactivate some accounts that I didn't want to try and reactivate because I felt that it was going to be too much time to reactivate those accounts. But those accounts are important. They have to be reactivated. Just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But just being able to work through it and not saying that you don't have enough time, because she's supposed to be listening to some stuff. I was supposed to be listening to some stuff, and we said, we got off of it. Well, what happened? We know what happened. The world happened. Because the world gonna keep going. It's gonna keep smashing on you. It's gonna keep pressing on you. Things gonna keep happening. They don't slow up. They don't stop. And those things, and we gotta get back into the groove. I know I do, of just being able to ignore some of them, even though they're good things. Delegate some of them. Delegation. Even though they're good things, and just kind of go from there. You see what I'm saying? And just kind of go from there. Man, you see this truck over here. They're racing up behind you like it ain't no thing. Alright, I'm finna go ahead and ease on over. I'm gonna ease on over. Pray they make it to their destination safely in the name of Jesus. That's a part of me right there that just tried to ram me to do. But anyway, as you can see, I wanted to share that, how that tied to the 4 agreements, because we make such huge assumptions about the amount of time something's going to take and all the steps it's going to. She went through maybe 15 steps. She said, and guess what? In the 4 agreements, it say your best is not always the same as opposed to fresh as opposed to tired. She just got off work. She's hungry. Guess what? Not a good state, because you're already low on the energy. You don't want to think about spending no more energy. You see what I'm saying? You don't want to think about it. It's too much energy. But once you get filled up, get rest, get relaxed, wake up the next morning, take your nap or whatever, you come back fresh and got fresh eyes on it. It's okay to table some things until the energy level come back. Just write them down. Hey, this is important. Let me write it down. Then go from there. Well, this your boy Obz here. Do it to life, for life, do it to you. Today is Thursday. The 4 Agreements. Hope you're reading the book, listen to the podcast. I don't know if they got a 4 Agreements podcast. I may need to check that out. Let's check that out. All this time I got the book, but I hadn't seen that they even got a podcast out. I even think they got a new book out called The 5th Agreement. I bet you they do. I may check that out. It's your boy Obz. I'm out.